Welcome back to another episode of Bagged Milk. I'm your host, Brian Bridges. Brian Bridges, the youngest solo podcaster probably out there. Like, I'm something years old, getting younger every goddamn day. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Because you know how we do. If you don't do that, we don't grow. We're like, sharing, and subscribing is like water for plants, okay? If you don't water the plants, we're just going to die. Who wants that? Water the plants. Like, share, subscribe. Speaking of, gonna talk about something personal right here. Just give me a second to work into it. It's a little scary. Let me get my espresso. Let me get my hot drink on. Let's go. So, I got some bad news. I got the bugs. I got them. They're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. I didn't even know, man. I was like, what the hell? I thought something was up. And now I know for sure. Man, I pulled that zipper down. And I was like, that doesn't look normal. That doesn't look normal. What is that? What is that? It just looked like a bunch of... What did it look like? It looked like just a pile up. Like a bunch of bumps. You know what I mean? Like these little tiny fucking little bumps everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? And I mean, they were everywhere. Everywhere. They're all over it. All over it. So I stuck my fingers in the middle of the bush, trying to see what these bumps are. And I stick my fingers in the bump in the bush. There's buggies. They went all over my finger. At first, I was like, what is this? I'm touching it. It's not doing anything. And then I'm like, look in. It's so small. They're moving. They're moving. What the fuck is this? What is this? That's right. I got aphids. I got aphids on my pepper plants. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking of. But I got bugs on my pepper plants. I'm a little fucking shook. I don't even know where they came from. I feel so dirty. How did I let this happen? I was taking such good care of them. I was looking at them every day, unzipping them, talking to them. I'm like, hey guys, good grow today. Good grow today, guys. Well job. A well job today. Does anyone say that? Well job. And then all of a sudden, just like that, I just opened the tent and boom, infestation. Well, what the fuck did I do? I'm questioning, what did I do wrong? What did I do? As a parent, what did I do wrong? How did my children get the crabs? Basically. My plant children got the plant crabs. They're fucking crawling all over their bushes. I don't know, man. I didn't even know what it was. This is espresso's clogging me up. I don't even know what it was. You think I knew what an aphid was? Bro, you know I'm special. I could be on the spectrum. We're not sure. It's debatable, highly. But I don't know what a fucking aphid is. Affidavit? I just looked up bugs on my pepper plants. And I'm like, oh, that's them. That's them. I seen them. They was all over my finger trying to molest me. Trying to cop a feel. Oh, snap, homie. Not good. Not good. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you live in a shoe? You move to a boot and have a hoot. There once was an old lady who lived in a shoe. But that's neither here nor there. Now I got to spend my whole morning. This is going to be my morning. Cleaning this fucking bugs. I'm going to have to go in. Everyone's like, you just spray them. You just fucking spray them with your fucking good old insecticide spray. Now kill them. And I'm like, come on. Really? Do you not know me? Do you know me? Okay, if you know me, you know I'm probably not going to use an insecticide spray on my fucking plants. Why? Because I'm a homo for health. You know that. I'm all hard in. All hard in. So using chemicals and shit on my plants that I'm probably going to eat is a no-go. That's an NG right there. That's a no-go. So what am I going to do? I'm in a fucking panic. I want to just murder them all in the quickest way possible, but in a way that I'm not going to have chemicals later down the road. That's okay. These bugs are fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy Japanesey to take out. We're going to drown these bitches. That's right. That's right. We're going to hold them under the water. We're going to see the little air bubbles coming up. And then none. No air bubbles. That's what we're going to do. We're going to drown these motherfuckers up in here. I'm going to have to take them outside, spray them down. Some people say you just hold the plants upside down in the water for a while and let them fucking drown out. I might. I want to see them squirm. How dare they have the audacity to come into my home, infect my children, my plants, with their infestation. I can't get over it. I'm invaded, bro. I feel like when I opened the tent and seen them bugs, my head, everything started getting itchy. I'm like, get it off me. It's like I had the lice, bro. Oh, I can't handle it. I can't fucking handle it. And you know me, I got long hair. So if I got like little tiny ass bugs that I can't even like barely see, like you need a large group of them to see them. No, you don't. You can see one. It's not that big. It's like a flea. It's like a little green flea. If you've seen fleas. If you haven't, well, then you ain't living. You ain't poor enough to be my friend if you haven't had fleas. Okay? But that's what it's like. It's like a green flea. And I was like, I thought they got in my hair. I thought for sure. I was like, are these flying? Are they flying? It's so funny though. I have a bunch of plants in there. I have 3 weed plants and 4 pepper plants. Okay? 1 hot, which is fantastic. It looks super sexy. It should be ready to be fucking chopped down today because they're all red, I think, now. So fuck them. I'm going to chop that plant down. We're going to remove that one and try to clean the aphids off the other ones. But they haven't touched the weed plants. Really? Those are ready to flower too. I'm going to move those out into another tent. Well, I have a two. What am I trying to say here? A two room tent. I have a 2-room tent. So I'm going to move the weed plants into the other room in the tent and start flowering those bitches. How do you start flowering weed plants? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Japanesey. You put the lights to 12 and 12. Right now they're at 18 and 6. 18 on, 6 off lights. Now that'll make them fucking veg. They just keep growing. If I kept them at 18 and 6, they just keep growing forever. As long as I can keep the nutrients to them and give them enough nutrients. The bigger they get, the more nutrients they're going to get that normal water and rain wouldn't probably provide. So I got to keep more and more. So it's going to cost more the bigger you veg it. But you can do it. You can make it in the size of trees. Big old oak trees. If you want, you just keep growing that bitch. Well, mine's about half the size of a tent right now. So about 3-4 feet. 3-4 feet. But apparently when you flower them bitches like to double inside. Weed plants love it when you call them bitches. They ain't like real bitches. They love it. They get off on it. They get more THC in the buds when you call them bitches. I don't know. It just makes them more aggressive. I don't know. THC is a defense mechanism. So, maybe that's why. I don't know. They made it so plants, when animals come and bite on them, they produce more. So every now and again, you got to fuck them up. I come in and I punch them a couple times. I'm like, pop, pop, pop. I give them a 1-2, 1-2, and then a 3, a little hook on the side, just to fucking make sure they were paying attention. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do to them. Maybe I wasn't doing it enough, and that's why they got the aphids. They're slutting around. Well, I wasn't doing it to the pepper plants. Maybe I should have. Pepper plants are different, too. This is something you don't learn in high school. When you're in high school and they're trying to teach you how to grow weed, they don't teach you that growing peppers is different. What? Well, that's what I learned in high school, is you grow weed on a light cycle. 18 and 6, 12 and 2, make them flower. You learn that in high school. They don't teach you about pepper plants. Weird. So I assumed pepper plants were basically the same. I'm like, okay, these are a summer plant. I assume when the light goes down, that's when they realize it's time for them to bloom. No. It makes no fucking difference. What? What? What do you even mean? It makes no difference. That makes no sense. I don't know, man. I don't know. There must be a word for it. The type of plant that grows with sunlight, like directly. You need a certain amount, and that's how it goes. And then there's other plants. They just grow. They have a cycle. As long as they get a minimum of light, they'll go through the cycle. That's a pepper plant. It doesn't matter. So I just kept it at 18 and 6. The more light, the better, I guess. And now they're fucking flourishing. But they got aphids. I wonder if the extra light grows aphids. How did they get in there? How did they get in there? Apparently, indoor grows are more prone to bugs. Weird. I get it, though. Like, if you're outdoors, you got more elements, the cold, the rains, the stuff like that. You're washing your leaves down. It's making it harder for bugs to access it. Because apparently, aphids, they're fucking sticky icky. Ooh, we put it in the air, and they'll leave a little trail. They leave a little honeydew trail, I call it. The only problem is, their honeydew trail is like powdery mildew mold. Who the fuck leaves a trail of powdery mildew and mold? A honeydew trail. So they crawl in. So sometimes you put indoor sticky traps in your fucking plants, and then when they try to crawl up the stemmy stalks, no go, bro. No go, bro. No go, bro. Snow pro, bro. No go, bro. Snow pro, bro. Low brow. Fuck that up. Low bro. So, that's the way she goes. I might have to get sticky traps. But indoors going to be a problem, I guess. Hopefully I clean this out. Because I'm going to have to fucking take them all out. Wash them all down. Spray them all off. And they're so tiny. If I leave 2, I don't know how they reproduce. If they're a fucking hermaphrodite and they're just out there fucking themselves and reproducing. I don't know. So it could be, I guess. Or 2, and they fuck each other and mate. So if I leave minimum 2, maximum 2, minimum 1. If Hermes and fucks itself, I don't know. Alexa, are aphids hermaphrodites?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, how do aphids reproduce?
Here's what I found on aphids Wikipedia page. The simplest reproductive strategy is for an aphid to have a single host all year round. On this, it may alternate between sexual and asexual generations, or alternatively, all young may be produced by parthenogenesis, eggs never being laid. Some species can have both holocyclic and apocyclic populations under different circumstances, but no known aphid species reproduce solely by sexual means.
I think you said it's asexual. I think I heard that part. So I need to kill every goddamn one of those cocksuckers. And I bet there's hundreds, maybe 1,000. They're full. There's lots. So I'm fucked. So I gotta take every fucking plant out, spray them off, drown them. And then I gotta wash every fucking plant down with soapy water. And I gotta wash that whole fucking tent down with soapy water, maybe some alcohol. Actually, I'll probably wash the tent down with alcohol, just wipe a cloth over it. That won't be too bad. Just tent I don't care about. But the plants, soapy water, and then, fuck man, it's like I'm going with surgery with these fucking plants. So 1 aphid. I'm saying it wrong again. Aphid? Aphid? Is it an aphid? I've said it too many goddamn times. I don't know which way it is now. Aphid or aphid? No, it's aphid. Affidavit. Aphid. Right. Probably. Most likely. Not 100% sure, though. But yeah. These fucking bugs, man. These fucking bugs. I can't believe it. Last time I had bugs this bad, I had the crabs. Oh, fuck. That was a good time, too. I actually did have the crabs. I was a fucking kid. I was a kid and caught the crabs. Not a kid, like 8 and fully molested by an adult and caught the crabs. That was earlier. But later in my teen years, I got the crabs. And you'd be like, oh, you were sleuting around? Not yet. Not at that point. I wasn't. It was fucked up. I wasn't doing anything. This is how I found out you can catch the crabs off other surfaces. Crabs aren't like AIDS. You can't catch AIDS by sitting on a toilet seat, but you can catch crabs. You can catch crabs. Not that I caught crabs from a toilet seat. No. I'm going to tell you something a little gay here. I caught crabs from another gentleman. No, it's not what you think. No, we weren't touching tips or nothing. No bum sex, nothing. Never even gave me a fucking blowy. I was too young. He was older. Not that, well, probably I should stop him. He wasn't gay also, so neither was I. So that probably stopped us from engaging in sexual encounters, not just the age thing. Little did I know That gentleman had crabs. Little did I know. Looking back on it, though, the signs were clearly there. Well, for one, my sister and brother got lice at the same time, just before this. And he joked around and asked if the lice shampoo would also work on downstairs here. He asked my mom. That must have been embarrassing. But everyone thought he was joking. Guess what? He wasn't joking. He wasn't fucking joking. And that gentleman slept in my bed. Why? Because I think he was working like nights or some shit. And he just needed a place to crash for a bit. My family home has been a place to crash for many an unfortunate soul. Many. There was always people staying there. There's people staying there right now. My dad's in jail. My mother's at home. And dad has friends still staying there. Just to let you know what kind of house that is. Okay? So this gentleman, he was staying there. And he was sleeping in my bed. Little did I know. Little did I know that what I was about to experience. I was like 16 years old, bro. 16 years old. And I didn't know. You know how I found out? The worst way you could ever find out. What's the best way? Well, the best way is you look down and you see one. And you're like, oh, fuck, that's a crab. And maybe you get lucky and you can pick that one off, and that's it. That'd be the best way. There couldn't be a better way to catch crabs. Well, I mean, you catch it off like the hottest girl known to man, of course. That's the best way. And then even when you do catch it, it's just one. You look down, you pick it off, you flick it out, and it's done. Just so we're clear what crabs look like, they kind of look like white, almost see-through-ish spiders. Very, 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 very tiny. Very, very, very sticky to your skin. Hard to pick them off. Easy to pick off hair with a certain comb, but even then, sticky. That's what the shampoo's for, is to get them unsticky. So I got the crabs in the worst fucking possible way while getting a BJ. That's not how I caught them. That's how I found out. I didn't find out. She found out. You imagine being that close to a pubic area, in and out, bouncing your face off it, and then, oh my God, and then realizing there's fucking bugs in that. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't even think. I've never gone down on some chick. And then I'm just down there, spreading it. Oh, yeah, spread. And then I look up and I see right in front of me a pile of bugs in the fucking hair. A pile of little spiders scurrying around. Oh, my fucking Lord lifting Jesus fucking Christ. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't. Well, I can. Of course I can. I just did it pretty much. But, oh my God. I would have lost my shit. So many questions. Where'd these come from? Who'd they come from? Like, she thought I cheated. And I didn't at that point. Eventually I will. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't a saint. I was a piece of shit. But at that point, I didn't. was so confusing. And obviously she would think I did. And when you tell the story, and you'd be like, hey man, yeah, no, actually, I got it from Buddy. I got it from a dude. And then she's like, okay, that doesn't happen. Well, I'm here to tell you, fucking apparently it does happen. It absolutely happens, because that's the story. That's the only way it happened. Good old crabs, boy. And then you got to use a special shampoo. You got to learn all about it, man. You know what I had to do? I had to leave that encounter. I went to work. And then at work, they're driving me up the wall. I don't know if it was the extra heat or what. I'm going to tell you a secret. Don't tell anyone. I was working at Wendy's restaurant. Yeah, that's right. Full on fast food with the crabs. Oh. Now every time you go to fast food, I want you to look at all those fucking workers and be like, which one has it? Which one has it? Oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. I had to call my own mother as a teenager. Super embarrassing, of course. And just be like, hey, mom. Hey, do you know that light shampoo? I need you to pick up some. And she's like, you got the lice? And I'm like, no, not up there. And she's like, what? And I'm like, can you just get the shampoo, please? Oh, fuck. How embarrassing for a 16-year-old kid. That's got to be fucking fantastic. That's the only fucking, I don't know, sexual disease. It's not even a disease that I've ever caught. I've known plenty of others. I've caught plenty of others, but not me, man. And I've been pretty active. And all I caught was fucking bugs. And it wasn't even my fault. At least if I was going to catch them, you would think I would prefer it would be my fault. I would prefer it be my fault. Whatever. So then, what did I do? I used the shampoo. I thought, at first, just shaving off all your pubes would do it. I'm like, they just eat on the hair, right? So I shaved them all off. That was the first time I ever shaved off all my pubes. That was the first time man groomed. It was pretty long at that time. So I shaved all them cocksuckers off. Guess what? They still there. They still there. You know what's the worst? You know what the worst is? I'm going to explain it to you. And hopefully tonight when you're laying in bed, you get a drift. When you're laying and asleep, when you try and go to sleep, everything on you is normally still. When you try to go to sleep, everything else is trying to sleep. Your hair just lays there. Everything just stays still. Not when you got the crabs. Because when you got those, they don't go to sleep when you go to sleep. I feel like they may be nocturnal. Because when you go to sleep, they're building cities, bro. Cities. They're scurrying all over that area. And you can feel it. That's right. You can feel it. I think you can feel it even more so after the hairs are gone because they're like, well, we got nowhere else to go. So they go right to the skin. And you can feel them little legs. Oh, I think it was after that point I got the shampoo. Oh my fuck. And the little combs and stuff. That's how you see them. Oh my fuck. What a great childhood I had. That's how I was raised. That's how I was brought up. You know, just normal stuff. This is why sometimes I don't jive, mesh with normal people. I didn't grow up normal. I grew up poor. This is why, even in my own trade right now. Oh, my dog's going retarded again. People are here. And she's going retarded. Here? I don't even know what. Maybe someone's playing with her. I don't know. But, yeah, even growing up, I grew up poor. So if someone wasn't poor, I don't get you. What? You don't have the same struggles like I do. It's not the same. And you're like, yeah, I grew up poor. My parents could barely afford their 2 cars and 2-car garage, and we barely went on vacation. When we did, it was only to like Banff or, Disneyland. We didn't go to Disney World because we were poor. I'm like, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. No idea. Like when you live in the buildings that everyone calls the poor buildings and is like terrified of them, and you could barely afford those, or food, or, heat, water, basic services, then you're a little poor. You're poor. This is why I always get these like minority fucking, every time I hear a minority thing, they're like, yeah, this is for us. This is for us. I'm like, no, that's for poor people. That's poor people. That's not just for Mexicans or blacks. I'm like, poor people get that. We get that shit on. We're in the ghetto and no one wants to pay attention. No, that's me. I'm that guy. When you're stuck in an area that every single one of your friends growing up are all criminals. Every single one of them. That's poor people. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we're running out of space. Hold on. Stupid memory cards. I'll be right back. I'm going to freeze frame. Freeze frame! Unfreeze! Yeah, so, what were we talking about? Crabs? That was brutal. I don't know, man. Fuck the crabs. All fucked up. Poor people. That's what we were talking about. But I can't get along with poor people. Yeah, man. That's my people. That's my people. Even in the job I'm at now, they're like middle income people. They've probably always been middle income people. And they complain. They think they're poor. I'm like, you don't fucking know poor. I'm not Ethiopian poor. I'm Canadian poor. But there's a level for sure. But I was on the low end of the Canadian poor. These middle income cucks up here, they don't know poor. There's people, they're like, hey, you're not poor, you make this much. Be like, yeah, well, that's all gone. Because it doesn't matter how much money I make, if it doesn't cover all the bills that I've acquired over my lifetime, it doesn't fucking matter. I should have learned. But I was poor and never learned a goddamn thing. Nothing. I'm poor. I don't know any better. I could be... No one taught me. Do you think my parents taught me about money? They don't know about money now. You think they know? No. Does anyone I know about money? No, because they're all fucking poor. Even as I come up, people are like, hey man, why didn't you invest in your RRSPs or your education funds for your kids? I'm like, I don't know anything about those. Nothing. They're like, you're something years old. I'm like, I know. And I've been poor all my life, I've had no advantages. I've had, other than the fact that I'm white. But, other than that, I'm in the same poor communities, getting the same fucking poor ass struggles from the same shitty ass cops. Because you're poor. When you're poor, they just look down on you worse. It's just like being a color, but not. They can tell. They can tell by your clothes, your attitude, how many tattoos you have. It used to be that way. Now, it's probably harder for cops to tell if you're poor or not, because the more tattoos you have, the more money you have. I guess it depends on the details. If you got thick line tattoos, mostly black, probably a prison inmate. If you got a shit ton of butterflies and colors and sick line work, probably a fucking rich douche. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how I would fucking profile anyone. I'm like, oh, you got thick line tattoos? You've been in prison, eh, bro? Yeah. Yeah, of course he has, because he's poor. He's poor. Man, I've hung around with friends that committed crimes for fun. They're bored. They're like, let's go steal a car. I'm like, are you fucking mental? These are the friends I had. Now, they'd be like, well, why would you hang with them if they're criminals? I had no other choice. It's that or no friends. You gotta have some friends, don't you? I gotta do something. I didn't commit all the crimes. Some of the crimes, maybe? Some of the crimes, maybe. Can't say for certain. Long time ago, though, so, probably. But, not all of them. Especially if they weren't hurting anyone. I never liked stealing from anybody. That's for damn sure. If you're gonna steal from a store. Don't steal from a person. That's fucked up. That's where I draw the line. Crime's crime and all. Stealing. No, it's not. You steal from a person, definitely lower than stealing from Walmart. If someone told me they stole $1,000 worth of stuff from a person, that's not my friend anymore. If they're like bragging, yeah, bro, yeah, fucking Joe Blow up the road, works super hard for his fucking money. I went and stole his fucking dirt bike. I'm like, what? That dirt bike costs a lot of money. Like, I get it. They work hard for their money and they have a lot of it. But they work hard for it. That's theirs. Walmart. Someone came and told me, I just stole $1,000 worth of meat from Walmart. I was like, bro, my freezer's that way. Chuck it downstairs. Hurry the fuck up. Before anyone sees you. You're my best friend of all time if you give me a discount. See the difference there? Quite the difference. Quite the difference. Quite this difference in standards. But, is what it is. Is what it is. I couldn't choose. Couldn't choose my friends and family. I barely choose them now. Barely choose them now. Even the friends I choose now, it's just like, they're just losers. No, just not losers. I can't. The friends I choose. All my friends are like, what the fuck, man? Why'd you say that about us? Not the friends I choose are losers. The people I associate with. Just like they're just regular middle class people. Losers. Those are losers. Then the odd time I come across someone that made it through, like me, like a weed in the concrete, and they came from dirt and nothing, and they made it up too. That's my peoples. That's my peoples. If you didn't struggle, you don't get me. If you haven't seen some hard times, you're not going to get me. It's the one thing to listen to this podcast and get me. But you only have to put up with me for an hour. Once a week. I'm pretty special all the time. So it's hard. It's hard. It's hard up here in a pimp for a pimp. I even had everybody try to tell me, you're not poor. Look how much money you make. And he makes way less than I do. And he has way more money than I do. Do you see that? That's wage means shit. Shit. When it comes down to it. End of the year income? Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing I can do to reduce the amount I already need. And if I can't make that much, I'm poor. Simple as that. Struggles are struggles. Snuggle struggle. You want a good snuggle struggle. That's another word for rape, by the way. A good old struggle snuggle. When Danny's not feeling it, she's like, nah, I got a headache. You just put her in a good old struggle snuggle and she'll be just fine. She probably like a good old struggle snuggle, I imagine. A little ruffins. A little ruffling and tumblings. You know what it is. Yes, sir. Where's my joint? I haven't even smoked my fucking joint. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anything good? Anything good going on this week? Anything crack-lacking? Oh, you know what's funny? Not funny. But, you know. They did a study. On sugars. They're always doing studies on sugars. Oh, speaking of. Man, I come across these fucking Facebook, Instagram pages. There's people out there that are health shaming. Health shaming. That's a thing now. It used to be like you could kind of fat shame a little bit. You'd be like, hey man, you're eating too much sugar. You're getting addicted, blah, blah, blah. Sugar is an addictive compound. It's proven time and time again. Probably more addictive than most addictive compounds. And then there's retards out there pushing against that. They're like, nah, fam, sugar's not addictive. No, it's not. There's no such thing as a bad carb. All carbs are good. It's all just calories. I'm like, you're a special kind of stupid, aren't you? These are the people that are going to wreck health and nutrition. When people are actually spitting out the science of health and nutrition, and then there's these fucking morons who be like, nah, that's not true. That's not true. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's absolutely 100% true. Just look it up. You just look it up and you're like, yeah, but I don't feel that way. I feel like that shouldn't be true. I'm like, oh, that's your difference. You feel like it shouldn't be true. Okay. That's wrong, though. That is absolutely 100% wrong. Sugar is addictive. Yes, there is bad foods. Some people are like, there's no bad foods. You just gotta eat everything in moderation. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. There's absolutely bad foods. Vegetable oil, in general, has been causing cancers for over 50 years. So almost anything with vegetable oil in it is bad. Like even if I take 2 bananas. 2 banana. Banana. Oh, na. Banana. And I put them side by side. One yellow, one green. A little different, but 2 bananas. Exactly the same size. Exactly the same size. Now you ask these fucking retards, which one of these is healthier for you? They will tell you they are the exact same. They're wrong. Honestly, if you took 2 bananas, yellow, a green, and a hamburger bun, that was the exact same amount of carbs, and you asked them the difference between all 3, they would say they're all same. Because they're all the same calories. Say they were approximately 30 grams of carbs. So if it's 30 grams of carbs, it would be 120 grams or 120 calories. Sorry. Because for every gram of carb, 4 calories. That's just science. Science. So we're going to do science. So 120 calories for every single one of those things. A yellow banana, a green banana, and a hamburger bun. A white, processed floured hamburger bun. Right? Okay? 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 I lost my letter. I'm getting so worked up. I hate these people. You ask them, what's the difference? All the same. All the same. Hey, Brian, those are actually all the same. They're not going to make any difference whatsoever in your body, and you should just eat a balanced diet. You just go ahead and eat that hamburger bun because it's going to make yourself less depressed. And I'm like, actually, that hamburger bun will 100% make you more depressed because it'll actually affect your vagus nerve, which runs directly to your brain, and it will fuck you up. But all the same, 120 calories. Your body's going to process each one of those exactly the same. No, this is how you're stupid. You are 100% stupid. Okay, look. Green banana. First of all, let's break it down. Green banana. Is it the same? Obviously, we know a fucking white hamburger bun isn't going to be the same breakdown inside your body as a banana. Can we at least agree? I'm sure everyone that listens to my podcast isn't a fucking idiot and knows that a white hamburger bun is less healthy than a banana. Right? Regardless of calories. Even if they're the exact same, the body will not break that down the same. It just won't. You're a moron if you think that way. Now, the green one versus yellow. Which one's better? Oh, there's a toss-up. Which one do you think's better? Right now. I'll give you a second. 3, 2. Oh, that worked out perfect. The timer went off. What's your decision? Green or yellow? Which one's healthier? If you said yellow, you're wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Now, why? Why? Because the body doesn't break down things always the same way. Because that's stupid. That's just stupid. So, a yellow banana, well, bananas in general, they start green, go yellow when they ripen. Well, when they start green and go yellow, how can I say this? They're best green because the sugars in them are more of a resistant starch than sugar. It's not a fully formed sugar at that point. So, if it's more of a resistant starch, what happens inside the body is the body don't break it down like a sugar. It'll just pass it through and poop it out. So that's better. For someone that's trying to reduce their insulin spikes, their sugars, you would want more resistant starches. Like a green banana. Oh, na, na, na. Oh, na, na, na. But, calories are all the same. A yellow banana, as it yellows, those resistant starches turn into more sugar. They literally convert to more sugar. So a yellow banana has been proven to be more insulin producing than a green banana. Oh, wow. But all calories are the same. Fucking morons. Morons. I see these people out here, thousands of followers, these fitness followers, pushing fast food. Yeah, no, Chick-fil-A's okay if you just get the diet lemonade and the fucking small order of chicken nuggets and fries. Are you fucking mental? Like, I get it, okay? There's health food. And then there's people that want to eat fast food. Just say, I don't want to stop eating fast food instead of putting down the rest of the health industry. Like, look, I'm a fat fuck. I'm a fat fuck. I own that. I'm going to eat somewhat healthier than I used to, but I don't want to actually eat healthy. I just want to eat less portions than I used to. Basically, I'm a fast food fucking junkie, and I'm going to teach you how to eat fast food and not be as fucking fat and huge. You're going to get fat and huge. Sorry, burps. But not as fucking fat and huge. You know what I mean? You'll just be a mediocre fat fuck. Not a huge fat fuck. And that's awesome for you. If you're a huge fat fuck and you just want to go down to a mediocre fat fuck, just reduce your portions on your fast food. I'm like, why don't you just remove the fast food? It's fucking toxic. Why are we promoting fast food at all? Who fucking does that and considers them a health fucking anything? Health influencer? Are you a health influencer? No. You're a health defluencer. Does that make sense? Is there a defluence? Is defluence a word? I don't know, man. You're convincing people that are healthy. This is what they're trying to do, is get the people that have been struggling with their health and failing at diets and all this shit. Just be like, fuck it. Fuck it. You know what? Join me and my crew. And you can be a fat fuck like me. I'll love you just the way you are. And I'll make excuses for you. I'll make the excuses for you. And then you just follow me. And then just blame me. Be like, well, Brian says it's okay because a white bun is just 120 calories. It's the same as the green banana. It makes no difference. So just eat the white bun on the hamburger. It's all good. Calories are calories. Calories in equals calories out. That's just that simple. I hope it sounds as idiotic as it sounds in my head. Like, I don't know how long that myth has been going. Calories in equals calories out. Like, it's a good place to start. For sure. If you're a person trying to lose weight and you have no idea what the fuck's going on, sure. Calories in, calories out. It's a good place to start. But once you actually learn about math, you'd be like, oh, well, that equation's actually missing a whole shit ton of things. That's just like your grade 1 equation. That's a grade 1 equation. And then once you get to grade 12 and realize 2 plus 2 was easy, and then now you're on the quadratic formula, and you're like, oh, those are completely two different things. There's more information here. When you learn 2 plus 2, you think that's as advanced as math can get. Calories in equals calories out? Whoa! That's pretty advanced. It makes sense, but that's pretty advanced. And you're like, that's it, right? And you're like, okay there, little fella. Just ease your way in, okay? If you think that's the case, just ease your way in. It's not the case. Some people are even hurting other people. They're like, hey man, if you think that just removing your sugars will help your diabetes, you're insane. You just need to reduce your fast food portions. I am literally quoting a woman. Like, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. In order to reduce your diabetes, you just need to reduce your fast food portions. Don't completely eliminate the sugars that are absolutely 100% causing you diabetes. Don't try to manage that whatsoever. Just reduce your fast food portions, and then maybe you won't have to take as much medicine. This woman should be shot. Should be brought out into the Instagram street and hung. Not literally, but canceled. Instagram street and hung and canceled. Like, where's the misinformation? Where's the Facebook police? Instagram police? You can't even say ivermectin on Instagram without getting blocked. But there's people out here going, hey man, flat earth is real. Hey man, calories in equals calories out. That's all there is. Don't worry about all these other diets. Like, you're a fucking moron. They're all diets. What you're teaching people is a diet. What everyone's teaching people is a diet. If you just ate real food, that's not a diet. If you just eat real food, like people are like, what do you eat? What diet are you on? I eat real food. I just eat real food. I eat as much as I want. And my body just looks like this. I don't work out that much. People are like, well, you must work out hard. You go hard to look like that. I'm like, no, it's just from the food. Mostly from the food. Workout is absolutely secondary. And then it's food. But, you know, what do I know? What do I know? I'm on a diet. That's what people say. You're on a special diet. You can't eat what you want. No, I eat exactly what I want. Everything you see I eat is exactly what I want to eat. If I wanted to eat ice cream, I just eat it. I'm at that point. Like, I'm not a fat fuck anymore, where if I do feel like I eat ice cream, I might get fat again. Like today is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy break the bread and break the lands and all that shit. Whatever you want to call it. I just think of it as a time for family to come together and fucking be thankful. It sucks what it was, but what it is time for family to come together and be thankful for what we do have. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to pig out today. And guess what? Am I going to get fat? No. No, not even a fucking little bit. I'll probably gain a pound and then shit it all out tomorrow. Maybe I'll gain 5 pounds today and I'll shit it all out tomorrow. Why? Because my body's a fucking machine. Why? Because calories in doesn't equal calories out. That's why. I can eat clean all the time and then pig the fuck out one day and not gain a single fucking pound. Because I'm a machine now. I'm a furnace. Calories in doesn't equal calories out. And I know how to do it. Once you figure that out, your body just becomes a massive calorie burning machine. It does the right things at the right time. Instead of just be like, let's put it on a diet. Let's reduce calories. Keep reducing. I'm not losing any more weight. Reduce it further. Calories in equals calories out. You'd be like, I'm down to 100 calories a day. You'd be like, just keep reducing, you fat fuck. And you'd be like, I don't think I can. Honestly, at that point, if you're that point, you're better off just fasting for a few days and then going back on your full calories. No one should be eating limited calories. Just eat your full calories. If you can't eat full calories and lose weight, your diet's wrong. Your diet's wrong. Like, I mean, as full as possible. If you're one of these people that are eating under 1,000 or fucking 1,500 to try to lose weight, that's not good, bro. That's not good for your body. That's not good for your brain. You need a certain amount of calories every day just to keep things optimal. Like if your body's like, we need 2,000 calories. You're like, I'm going to give you 1,000. And people are like, that doesn't work. I only eat 1,000 calories and I'm fine. You're like, yeah, sure. You think you're fine. Your body will absolutely adapt to that. If it needs 2,000 to run everything and you're giving it 1,000, well, the body's not going to be like, well, shut off. We didn't get the full 2,000 today. No, they just reduce everything. Oh. They reduce your brain power. Oh. They reduce your motor function. Oh. They reduce everything. Oh. And you'd be like, this is my normal. This is my normal. Because you've been living like that for so long. This is your normal. Absolutely. You wouldn't know. I'm fine. Absolutely, you're fine. You feel fine. Imagine what you would feel like if you actually took in the proper amount. Whoa. Imagine how protected your brain would be if you actually took in the full amount of energy you're expected to have. If all of a sudden the furnace sees a full tank every time, you're like, holy shit. And it just starts burning. Let's crank up the furnace. And you just keep it like that. Full. And then it just gets super efficient. And then that way, when you chuck a few extra logs on the fire, some more fuel, some extra shit, the furnace is already burning hot. It don't care. You're like, just give it to me. Burn it. That's my body. That's the way I like my body to be. Efficient as fuck. Not laggy. Not wondering if we're going to get calories. Not down on manpower. None of that. I just give it what it needs. And then sometimes I flood it extra. And he's like, fuck yeah. They like that shit. They don't like to be underworked, understaffed. Like, we got one guy down here and he's just been sitting around all the time. He's not doing anything. He's not loading up the furnace. So when the furnace does get loaded up, he's like, what the fuck do we do? What do we do with all this fuel? And they're like, I don't know, man. Just hold on to it for a while. Just hold on to it. Push it to other spots. Don't burn it all. Just push it. You don't know how to burn it. You're not a good burner. Push it to other areas of the body. And he's like, yeah. He's a shitty worker. He's as lazy as fuck. He's just like, I don't want to burn all this. Here, stomach, you take some. Ass, you take some more. Legs, you take some. I'll burn a little, but I don't know how to burn this much. That's your body. My body, my furnace guy, he's lit. He's always on go. He's just like, boom, 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 boom. He's like, I know what the job is. He's like, this is what I signed up for. And he just keeps burning shit. He keeps pushing it through. He'd be like, more shit's coming. Boom, boom, boom. He gets a large influx. He's like, no biggie. Pfft, fire's already hot, boss. Fuck yeah. I ramble on about the weirdest fucking shit. I swear. All right. That's enough. That's enough for this week. I hope you had a good one. Don't get crabs. Don't share your bed with other people. Don't use my excuse to get out of cheating with your woman. If you got crabs from another woman, don't tell her you got it from laying in bed with me. Okay? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the backlash. I don't want to hear some random conversation. Hey, man, did you give my boyfriend crabs? I'm like, no, he's cheating on you. I will throw you under the bus if you throw me under the bus. Straight up. We got to watch these other backs out here. Okay? Okay. You guys have a good week? Do something new? Sure, why not? And I'm out.